Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to your very first Photoshop CS6 tutorial. I'm your host, Buddy Blackford, and I'm going to be teaching you a slew of Photoshop tutorials over the next couple months maybe, however long it takes me to get the tutorials done. The first thing I wanted to start off with you is introducing what Photoshop CS6 actually does and what it is. So, it's a graphic design and image enhancement program, and it runs on the Windows and the Mac platforms, so you can use it on both. Now, Photoshop CS6 and basically any Photoshop version is pretty much the industry standard for graphic design and photo enhancement. You can combine graphic design and photo enhancement together to create something called photo manipulation, and that's also another thing that you can do in Photoshop. So it's great for standalone graphics, and now you can even create sets of graphics to put into an animation. It's really cool, and I'll be teaching you all this stuff throughout the series. Now, Photoshop is used in a lot of studios throughout Hollywood, New York City, like London, and all the big hubs, and it's also used in even like little small areas because the usability of it actually is pretty easy. Anybody can learn how to use it, and it costs a decent amount of money, but it's not so expensive that people can't use it or can't buy it, like some other like compositing programs and things like or visual effects programs. So it's a very popular program, and I'm sure almost everybody has heard of Photoshop. Now, my experience with Photoshop comes from, I went to a couple colleges that used Photoshop, and I worked in the industry out in Los Angeles and used Photoshop to work on commercials, indie movies, and some actual AAA blockbuster movies. And you can check out my profile on, let me pull it up, make sure I have the right stuff up. You can check out my profile on Bucky's Room, and I'll pull that up for you in a second. And here you go. And if you ever have any questions or anything like that, you can message me on here through the private messenger. And this just launched not too long ago, and it has the old forum in here where we can talk about Photoshop together, or if we want. Here's the Photoshop section. Doesn't have much in it yet, but I'm sure it'll have a lot of posts after I start creating the tutorials and everything. So Photoshop, you want to be pretty well versed in it so you can make some really awesome things, and you can show off your work to pretty much everybody and they'll think it's awesome. So thanks for watching this tutorial. It wasn't like a tutorial, but more of like an introduction to actually what Photoshop is used for. So thank you for watching this, and subscribe to keep updated on the next set of tutorials that we're going to be having if you want to learn about Photoshop CS6. So thank you for watching. Have a good one, everybody.